Hello guys, this is Lakshman doing 1 week ownership review of KTM 390. I recently bought this bike and I thought let's do a review video. This is my first moto vlog and let's see how it goes. Well, so far I've drove this bike into city only for daily commuting, and one 160-kilometer trip I did on the Orange Day, KTM Orange Day. That video will be coming soon, so stay tuned. Now let's talk about KTM 390. The main point you want to buy this bike is it's for speed, acceleration, throttle response. Throttle response is very good. At any RPM, bike will respond to throttle. It gives you confidence to overtake other vehicles in traffic. This bike has 6 gears, and third gear will easily take you to a 50 km per hour speed. Fourth will easily take you to 70 km per hour speed, and fifth will take you above 100, and then sixth comes into picture. Well, in city so far, I find it difficult to use 6th gear because of traffic. It's a personal choice, as 6th gear can be used at 70 km per hour, but then soon, because of traffic, you have to gear it down. So yeah, the bike is fast. The second point I like about this bike is it is very light. It's just 140 kg dry weight, and those guys who are short or of medium height will love this thing. With lightweight, this bike becomes very maneuverable, very easy to handle in any traffic or any road, and that's why this bike is an awesome machine for stunt rider, because they like light rides so that they can control their stunts easily. The third point I like about this bike is its feature. The 2006 model has many features on the 2013 model, and they are really good. The first one is a slipper clutch. It is softer than the previous one, the clutch, and it makes you feel good in downshifting when you are going at high speed. I recently read the news that the previous KTM models can also get slipper clutch at an expense of $9,000. So KTM have not forgotten the old riders, I hope, and that's a good point about the KTM, that their support is really good for new or the old bikes. Okay, second, this model you will get the mud guards for your hand and shockers, a good to have feature which was not in the 2013 model. And you also get the new radiator that helps in dissipating heat away from your legs. That's a really good upgrade on the previous one. And yeah, so far I didn't feel my legs burning in traffic also. But yeah, I never drove the bike with shorts, so maybe in shorts the legs may burn. So that's the part regarding the radiator. I heard that in low speed the radiator rotates anti-clockwise, and because of that the air it blew towards the front tire when you are in traffic or in low speed, and at high speed it works normally, and it throws the air backwards toward your legs, but at high speed you won't feel any heat. Okay, the next good feature is the bike has Metzeler tires. They are really costly tires, and I heard they are very good, wide and grippy, and so far I found them good also, except one incident. Like I was doing this U-turn on the shiny asphalt surface with dots you will find on the Delhi and Noida roads near flyovers, and it has water on it, and my bike slipped. I was on very low speed, so the bike didn't fall, but yeah, the tires slipped. So look out for those surfaces. And the next good thing is the price of this bike is really good. The Bajaj has done great job by setting its price just about 2 lakh. And if you go in the market and try to find a similar kind of bike with all these features, you won't find any bike on the same price. So, and because of the pricing, this bike is doing really good, because in India when you go for buying a vehicle, the price plays a really good factor, or really a big factor in deciding which bike a person gonna buy. Okay, so these all were the good points I like about this bike. So there are few points that I didn't like about this bike. So let's go on them. First is the tank capacity. It's only has 10 liters of the fuel capacity, and it's very low. In city, this is not much of a problem, because in city you will find petrol pumps or petrol stations at every 5 or 6 kilometers. But during long trips, you may find it difficult, and it can give you a problem. So plan, if you're going on a long trip on KTM 390 or KTM 200, then plan your trip accordingly, or you maybe have to carry a separate tank for fuel with yourself. Second point I didn't like about this bike is the average. So far it's near 25, but then it's a 373cc bike. So what can you expect from that? So I hope we can live with that. Third negative point about this bike, and that point I really hate, is the vibrations. This bike vibrates a lot, and like it's vibrate like hell. On fifth, sixth gear the bike runs smooth, but on second, third, and fourth gear the bike vibrates, and I didn't like this. In traffic, it's very difficult to ride this bike on second, third, and fourth gear. If you have to keep changing the gear, then the life become hell. Okay, the fourth negative part, yeah, the hard seat. I heard that in new model they have come up with the softer seat, and everybody said that the seat is good. But like when I went for that 160-kilometer trip, Orange Day trip, KTM, after 100 kilometers I was feeling pain in my bumps. So I hope seats are still hard, and for long trips it's gonna hurt. Okay, fifth part that I didn't like about this bike is it doesn't come with stock windshield, and I felt that it's necessary for this bike. When you accelerate this bike, you can feel the jolt of wind on your chest, and for long rides, it's not gonna be good. So buy one if you are planning to go on a long trip on this bike. Okay, so that's all I hope I had in my mind, and I have covered everything that I wanted to say in this video. So if you guys have any question, please go ahead and put them in comments. I'll see if I can answer them. And yeah, one more video I'll be doing regarding that 160-kilometer KTM Orange Day trip we did from Noida to Murtal.